the relationships out here can compare nowhere to the relationships that I got with my guys that was incarcerated with me. It's a whole different type of mentality because we was in the trenches with each other. I know for a fact that how you would handle certain situations. Like I know that you built to handle certain things. Like out here, you don't know how somebody that will you don't know who you'll talk to. Like in there, you can't fake who you is because I'm around you every day. I'm talking about 24/7 for years. Out here, you could disguise who you is. You don't have to be around for a couple of days, pop back up on social media and all this stuff. You can live a facade, but in there, you who you is. Out here, is you benefit for being fake. Like out here, out there, and you know what I'm saying, out in the streets, people deal with each other, don't even like each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, inside that's
yeah, inside we like, if I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you.
be cordial,
Yeah,
be polite.
man,
As far as anything after that, nah.
it be totally different. So man, that's why it was like man, I tell anybody like throw everything that you ever thought about out the window that you was doing prior to when you come home, because none of that applies no more. Everything, as far as finances, as far as everything. Like if you was gone longer than 2 years, everything changes. Everything changes. What's going on, man? My name is Kenneth Holyfield, man. I'm an author, a three-time author. Uh, I did 13 years. I was incarcerated for 13 years. Just that's me.
So what are you out here doing right now?
I've been pushing these books since I came home. I wrote 2 books when I was incarcerated, and I wrote the last one June the 5th. So that's what I basically been pushing. I'm executive producing a podcast. So it's a podcast that's home based in Detroit.
What's up with the podcast?
Man, the podcast is doing great. Like it was so crazy. Like how I ended up getting into the podcast. I was at the cigar lounge one time, and it was a Michigan game on. This dude was sitting right next to me. He asked me, he's like, "Bro, what do you do?" And I was just talking. We just sparked up a conversation. I told him I write books and everything. So you know what I'm saying. So we exchanged information, and we was just staying in contact with each other. And then from there, we got on the show. I got on the show and build up a good relationship, a relationship on how, he seen how the way I moved, the way I was conducting my business since I've been home. He said, "Man, I would love for you to also manage us and be executive producer of our show." So from there, we was on and popping, man. We started just getting some of the, some great guests, man. Some of the best fashion designers in Detroit. Uh, it'd be great dialogue every time.
How did you get here?
How did I get?
Where did you come from?
Like basically where that came from, man. I'm from Detroit.
Okay.
I'm from the West Side Detroit, 48227. And like I say, man, I ended up committing a crime in 2008 that altered my life. I ended up doing 13 years from that.
How old were you?
I was 25. I got released when I was 38, going on 39. I got the release December 7th, 2021.
What was it like as a kid? Were you always into that, writing and the Lions?
Man, I wasn't into. I was always into sports. I grew up. I had a sports background, so you know what I'm saying. They always played football and basketball my whole life. But as far as writing, man, it's something I never even thought about doing. Like, be truthful, honestly. Like, I didn't even care for school like that. I went.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't like my whole.
Mandatory.
Yeah, it was mandatory. I used to like just going there, messing around and stuff like that. So it was crazy how something that I wasn't into at all ended up being something that changed my life.
How was your childhood growing up in Detroit? What you do?
Man, like I say, like basically growing up, I was always into sports. All my friends were always into sports. So if it was, what I'm saying, football season, we playing football. Transitioning to basketball season, like we was constantly, what I'm saying, like playing sports. I was raised by my mother, a single mother, and my grandparents had raised me. So my mother used to work a whole lot. So we would spend every day in my grandma's neighborhood off on schoolcraft. So,
How was grandma's house?
man, grandma's, man, you know what I'm saying, that's where my mother was raised at. So, you know what I'm saying, they've been over there since the 60s. So it was just, my other auntie was off schoolcraft also. So that's where I was at 24/7. Where I lived at, that was just somewhere I just lived at. But every day I was at my grandparents' house.
What was grandma like?
Man, grandma, she was I lost my grandma in 1999, and I lost my grandfather while I was incarcerated. So my grandma, she was old school, man. So it was basically like stern. She was stern. She was disciplinary, but she was stern and she was fair. So
How was her reaction to what happened when you were going to prison?
she was already gone. My grandma already was. She already had passed 9 years. Now my grandfather was still living at the time. Like I say, man, this affected everybody. Like this was a trickle down effect. So it
Did you
was,
have anybody that you were really close to
yeah,
that kind of felt it the hardest?
man, everybody did. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like I'm somebody, man, people gravitate to me. People have always gravitated to me. So this affected everybody when I got incarcerated. Like I'm not even gonna type people that would tell a sad story about I didn't have no support. Man, I had major support the whole time. My mother, my stepmother, my father, they was there the whole time. I had homeboys, I had cousins, I had aunties, uncles. So it was that changed the whole trajectory of how my prison bit was gonna be. That support.
Okay, well, speaking of that support system, like how is it that you ended up going to prison, considering the support system?
Man, making a foolish decision. Like I'm one of the type of people, man, I'm past the buck on nobody. Like what I did was what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I had to co-defend it. Like I say, we one of them people that no, we ain't into that. Like we made a bad decision. And it was a bad decision that we had to stand on. So it was that. My first, you know what I'm saying? That was my first time ever being incarcerated. I ended up getting 13 years.
What was that? What was your knowledge or interaction with the carceral system before you went to prison? Did
Man,
you have any interaction with it?
you know what I'm saying? I had uncles and stuff like that being in and out, but it wasn't that's something that didn't even cross my mind.
Mhm.
I'm talking about it didn't even cross my mind.
How did it change your perspective? If whatever perspective you had had when you went in and actually became a part of the system,
It
how did
changed
that influence you?
it changed everything because there was a face to it now. Like I say, I got people who I was incarcerated with that I did 6 or 7 years with. It made me look at people different and humanize the people who did the crimes. So I was able to look at them in a whole different light. And you just start understand now, ain't nobody exempt from this because I'm talking about you could do something, it could change your whole life in a snap of a finger.
What was uh what was your introduction like?
Man, the introduction, it was deep. It was deep because like I say, man, I look at it like it was a blessing. I was able to go to one of the most dangerous prisons in the United States because it taught me how to do time. It showed me off the gate that this place is serious. You could lose your life in here playing. So coming from where I'm coming from, like always, I'm the type of person I love to observe everything. And just seeing some of those things that happened in level 4, it taught me how to do time all the way through.
What would you say was one of the most important lessons that you had learned coming through the door?
It's all about respect. It's like some of those, it's so crazy because some of the stuff that we was taught as kids, it applies in prison. Everything. Mind your own business. Don't steal. Uh, and respect each other, man. Because like at the end of the day, we all man here. So I don't care where you at. Respect is number one. So that I applied that, and I was smooth the whole time there.
Did you form yourself a group of guys, that you kind of grew up with?
No, cause yeah, I definitely did. Cause like I say, by when I first came in, I came in MR. So you know what I'm saying.
Castle.
Yeah, our rock. The demographic was basically like the age demographic was probably like from 18 to like 35, and we was all young. So and Bobby being from Detroit, Detroit is the biggest, the biggest city there. So it was different. It was, you know what I'm saying. You got a chance to see. Okay, it was so many. I would say like different things because you had the neighborhoods, you had the cities, you had the gang element, you had the religious element, you had the race element. So it was so much that was going on at that time. But I ain't gonna never forget like I say, man, this is one of my closest friends in the world. He's also one of my co-authors on my last book. So his name is Chan, and it was so crazy. He wasn't even from Detroit, and this before like other cities was really dealing with each other. Like I used to see this guy walking around all the time with books in his hand, and being in MR, that's not the norm because everybody got to be tough 24/7. I'm sitting watching the way he move. I'm like, bro, this dude different. He different. So one day I was on the phone. He's on the phone next to me. I asked him, I said, bro, what you do? He was at the time he was working in a law library, and at the time I was studying law, getting to understand law. So he ended up being a paralegal, and me and his brotherhood. Yes, I know where. Yeah, and then we just, like I say, man, from all the way to now, like that's like my brother. Like it's so many people. It's man, I got homeboys, man, that I'll never forget. I got people I talk to every day. Like I build close relationships with so many good people because we was around each other for so long. Like I'm around these people every day.
What are some of the things that you did inside to pass the time?
Man, I did a lot of studying.
Yeah.
I did a lot of studying. I'm talking about did a lot of studying. I did a lot of I used to like watch all type of like history type stuff because that was what I was into. And I listened to like what helped me the most. Like I used to tune everything. I used to work out a lot and listen to music. That music was, man, that was my refuge, man. I'm talking about, man, my MP3 player was filled to the max. My tablet was filled to the max. Like I had, like I was so homesick when I first came home. Like when I first left the streets, everything on my MP3 player was all local music. I didn't want to hear nothing else because, man, I used to be so homesick. Like I'm one of them people that really be out here moving around and taking care of things. So I was like, man, I used to miss home so bad, bro. My first year was so hard, bro.
Crazy you say it like that.
Like,
Out here is completely different than inside because it's almost like people don't care to the extent that they just don't care how their actions are interpreted.
nah, man, that's why it's so dangerous out here. Like it's extremely dangerous, bro, because people don't even be understanding what they doing. They be offending people all day, all type of stuff, and they like
All day.
like from what we understand, like we just look at things totally different because like we know that the outcome of these some of these actions. Like we didn't been locked up with people who didn't had the outcome of these actions. So like I say, man, I just look at things totally different.
What was it like kind of going through the motions when you're doing time and getting to the point where you know, were getting to the end and you started preparing and things like that? What was that like?
Like just going through the motions, man. Like I say, man, I had so many great friends, man. Like so many, man. Like just going all through there. Like I said, I did a long time. Anybody did a long time, you know, you see the same people over and over again that you started out with. So it was just like the family support. Like I say, man, it's gonna always go back to my mother, my stepmother, and my father. Like they was there with me the whole time. Like when I mean the whole time. And like mentally, my mind was always on the streets. Like don't you when I remember when I first came down, some guys would be like, man, don't even think about the streets. But you gotta do what applies to you. Because what applies to me may not apply to you. Like my mind was strictly on the streets the whole time. I wanted to know what was going on. What was they listening to? Like I would call my homeboys and be like, hey man, send me pictures of downtown. Let me see how downtown look. Send me pictures of this car right here. I want to see the inside of
They
it.
don't know what they don't know what that the impact that has.
That means everything because it's keeping you mentally in the streets because you get, I mean, I used to watch so many guys that get sucked up into this prison stuff. It's ridiculous. So my mind state was always, I didn't care what was going on around me. I'm listening to music that's talking about what I'm into. I'm talking about like at joints or whatever, man. I used to sit there, I used to put proposals in for every place I used to, every joint I was at for the music, for the guys who did music. Because I always been in the music. Prior before me being incarcerated, I had people rapping for me and everything. So I just always was into entertainment.
What's one of the funniest memories you got from inside?
Man, bro, it's man, that's a loaded question, man. That's a loaded question. You have to ask me just.
What's okay? A better question, better way to rephrase it. What is the moment that makes you miss it?
The moment that makes me miss insane. Like, truthfully, it just don't nothing make me miss it because it was just like, but every day I see certain things. Like, I don't watch like what people find funny out here that's funny to them. I don't watch no prison type stuff. Like Life, I can't watch it. It's not funny to me. Because I watch my mother get old on visits. I watch guys that came in and had a full head of hair. When I seen them in level 2, they was bald
Oh,
head.
I now see that movie in a whole different way.
Yeah, it's not
Like that.
it's not even funny to me because that was reality. I came in at 25 and left at 38. I, you know what I'm saying?
Left at 39.
Yeah.
Or 34.
I watched my niece. My niece was 4 years old when I came home. She already had graduated. Like it was so much that happened within that time. So it was just like I say, man. And how I got into the book thing, I ain't gonna never forget. I was in level 1, so I used to always go to the library. I used to go to general library and just read. It's what was going on. I always been a music head, so I used to always just take notes of what was going on, just like my favorite, just jot notes, just to pass time. And I was in the cell with this guy, and he was like, man, was like, what you over there doing? I said, just jotting some stuff down. He said, man, let me see. He said, bro, you should make this a book. I said, what? Man, this stuff never crossed my mind, bro. What I mean, never crossed my mind. It just shows you just how crazy life works.
What did you start for? Like, wow, what gave you one cause to start?
I was gonna do some uh, visual type stuff, like some movie type stuff.
Okay.
So I was just jotting down notes. So he said, bro, I write books. So in the joint, everybody write a book. It's laughable. Everybody got. I'm like, yeah, all right. And the thing about it, he put a book out. That right there, it sparked my mind. That right there, that was like the fire. It was like, you ever seen a moment in Paid in Full when he was like, when he gave, first time he gave that money for the crack, he's like, all this for that? I say, oh, it could be done. And I will never forget this guy, man. He gave me all the information. And using the joint, don't you know how people want to charge you for all this? He said, I'm gonna give you all the information I got. That's why to this day I do the same thing. I said, all right, bet. So we end up closing Muskegon. Muskegon got closed down. All of us end up going to St. Louis level 1. So at this time, now I'm serious. So I'm getting all the stuff. I'm in the day room. Everybody see me in there writing. I'm listening to music. Everybody come in. Yeah, what you doing? Not taking it serious. But they don't even know how I'm wired. So I'm like, cool. Me and my homeboy, Gino, he in there, I'm asking him questions because he did music prior to him being incarcerated, and he did music in the joint. He produced people albums from the streets. So I found somebody that was on the same wavelength as me. So I'm just sitting there writing. They take me to, at first I was on the west side, they put me on the east side. I was on the west side, I was on the east side, then they moved me to the west side. I go over there, I ain't gonna never forget it. I call my cousin, my cousin Jeff, I say, man, I need you to copyright something. So you're like, bro, what is you doing in there? Bro, yeah, they think you want some.
Yeah, some humbug. Like,
yeah.
Man, what you out here gonna have me do?
So he copyrighted the name and everything. I said, cool. I called my cousin Al. I said, cuz this is what I need you to do. I'm about to send you some papers, and I need you to put this on Amazon. I need you to type all this stuff out. He didn't even know what he signed up for. This was the hardest job ever. So then I was talking to my homeboy, T. Mitch, my homeboy Terrence Mitchell. He used to send me Instagram and Facebook stuff all the time. So he kept me in a loop of what was going on. He was sending me magazines. He constantly sending me stuff. Every time something was going on, he was doing this weekly, 3 and 4 times a week. My homeboy Richard, I had a full team that was doing this together. I'm putting this together. So
Wait. So you had yourself like a whole little social media crime squad out there.
Yeah.
Keeping you updated
on everything. Like people used to come to me for I was showing what's going on Instagram. It's all on my tablet. Everything, the latest of anything, whatever. Like I would tell them give me the menus for Coney Island. I want to see what the prices was because I want to see how inflation was everything. So we in there, all this going on. So I remember my first book came out. My first book came out on Halloween. People mouth drop. They like, oh, this guy's serious. He's serious. So then after that, now it's a whole different, people already see all the things I'm doing. But now they like, This guy ain't playing at all. I'm going to the law library. You know, we don't got Google or nothing. So I'm over there reading the almanac.
Yep.
I'm talking about, I got the almanac in my hands. I'm talking about going over there, going to the law library, going to the general library. This is how I'm spending my time. I'm walking around, talking about with the legal briefcase. This is all notes I'm sitting there doing. So then 6 months later, just right before COVID, my second book come out. Now people like, dog, this guy is tripping. Now they like, so now mind you, the first book is everywhere. The second book, people are buying it everywhere. So my whole marketing plan was, I made sure that I sent it to everybody that had a big name that was in prison around the United States. I sent it to Meech. I sent it to his brother. I sent it to everybody that was from Detroit that had a name from that was in prison around the country, because I know wherever they was at, they was gonna have a car. So, you know what I'm saying? Whoever from Detroit, that's the biggest city. So they're gonna have the Michigan car. I sent it to them. They gonna promote it themselves. So when they come home, they gonna see all this Detroit stuff. They gonna be like, a lot of these people don't know what's going on. I sent it to Peasy. I sent it to Street Lord One. All these are big rappers from where we from. I'm talking about, we was going down the list, just send it. And it just kept on getting bigger, 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 and bigger. So the ward ended up coming to me. Now this way, yeah, this one it got crazy. So we sent him, so people are ordering the books at the prison. The warden contacted me, say, we can't have this, we can't have you doing this. Now that you can't be getting your book at the prison you in, because it's a threat to security. You could be putting all kind of stuff in here and it's showing your influence. So they stopped that or whatever. So
they just let the book come in.
They didn't let the book come in while I was there. So that book didn't come in until after I came home. So that was the one. That's
when you know you made it.
Yeah, I was on 1.5. So now, like, they serious. They know for a fact what this boy gonna do. So it was another situation. So people see I'm making these books. So now it's everything is totally different. So I was on the yard, me and my homeboy Ty. Now me and Ty was around each other for years. We was started off in Muskegon. So me and him walking the yard, a dude walk up to me or whatever. He was like, bro, why you didn't put me in a book? I'm like, who is you? No, yeah, I'm like, who is you, right? So then he ended up telling me who he is. I'm like, oh, I didn't put you in a book. He ended up being somebody, because it's at prison, you're around everybody. You're around, man, people be thinking like you're around people from all walks of life in there. You could be in there with a mayor, you could be in there with yeah. So he ended up telling me who he was. So I come back to the unit. I asked the younger guy, like, you know who this guy is? He said, yeah, dude, it's somebody. I said, all right. So me and him started building or whatever. And I ended up asking him, I say, bro, let's put out a rap album from the joint. Now this guy, his name was All Star Poe. Now All Star Poe was in the same rap group with T Grizzly. His name used to be King T, All Star T. So him, All Star JR, All Star Lee, they was all in the rap group. Now, Poe was incarcerated before when T Grizzly blew up. All of them are still in the group. So I'm sitting there kicking with him. When I hear him, he rap just like T. But he cold. I'm like, okay, we about to put this out. So immediately I called my homeboy Chin that came home. So I called him or whatever. I'm like, bro, this dude out cold. So my homeboy Tay at the time, he was in the joint with me. We started up a entertainment company. So for all this from the joint. So he ended up going home. So we was paying for studio time and all this. Man, it was just all type. We had to pay all the gangs so they couldn't use the phone in the morning. Like all this stuff is documented. Everybody know about this stuff. But man, it was just an experience, man. And like I say, we recorded a whole album from the joint. And it was extremely hard. So the album we didn't end up releasing the album. He ended up putting a lot of tracks on the album that he just released like 6 months ago in the streets.
What was your first plans hitting the ground when you got out?
I just need the opportunity. That was my whole thing. Just let my feet hit the ground. Let me come home with a sound mind and healthy. That's all I wanted. I was my whole thing. Let me come home and be healthy and have a sound mind. Because before I left that COVID, Like we didn't even know how. Man, I left when it was COVID. Man, I told you it was Resident Evil. We was in Raccoon City, man.
That's 3 months before they shut it down.
Man, it was extremely like
Resident
it
Evil.
was Resident Evil, bro. It was Raccoon City, bro. Like
I don't mean to laugh.
yeah, it was bro.
Jesus.
St. Louis had the 7th biggest outbreak in the United States. They was marching in front of the prison. It was so wild, man. It was just like, man, we was watching people die in there. Everybody got it. The whole prison got it. So
How extensive was your research in putting together the plan that you've been unfolding?
man, I'm talking about. You ever seen the movie Training Day? When he said, "You've been planning on this all day." I've been planning on this all week. I was planning on that from the moment I was in the county. Like man, like when I was in the county, I was asking dudes that was on the rig. I was in Oakland County, and I remember I was asking dudes that was coming on the route like what things I need to do. He was like, "Man, go in there, take care of all your classes, take care of everything." When I went to see the board, I had over 21 special activity classes or whatever.
Did your goals change throughout time?
No, I knew exactly. It wasn't no shifting in nothing. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. Like I used to be so focused, like I had tunnel vision. Man, I'm talking about, bro. I had 13 years. I say, man, when I'm coming home with a lot of checks. I'm talking about I'm already a black male, and I'm coming home a felon. I'm behind the 8 ball, so I got to have some type of skill.
Where do you want to go?
Man, my dreams, aspirations is so big and so crazy. It's ridiculous, man. Like for real. Like my whole thing is, man, I just want to be the voice of incarcerated people. I want these guys to know who's incarcerated. You can come home and do it. Like it's up to you how serious you want it. Like I just want it bad. I know for a fact when I wake up, like they don't want it bad as I do. It be the people in the streets, everything. Like every morning, bro, I thrive for greatness. I want it bad. I want to show people like we can get it, we can do it, because I know they count us out every time. Being incarcerated, they look at us like, you know what I'm saying, we uneducated, we foolish, everything. Like I love seeing people that was incarcerated that's doing great things. That brings joy to my heart, man. When we went to that event, the We Are the Pizza. We went to that event and just seeing these people that was incarcerated, that's doing great things. Like some of my biggest influence ever was incarcerated. Some of my biggest influences. So, like, we can do it, bro. It's how bad you want it. You got to wake up knowing, always remember your circumstances. Like, remember how bad it was. Like, all you need to do is just be free. Just give me an opportunity like everybody else. And we'll see at the end of the day, is you that person who you think you is? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, dog. I like how you put that. Because at the end of the day, it is. I don't know, man. I'll never get out of person for, working a 9 to 5.
I don't at all.
And, but for me, that's just not.
I understand.
Especially working for 19 years.
Yeah.
And not having a damn thing to show for it.
Yeah, I understand.
It makes it hard to work for others for the same type of purpose.
It's so crazy because I also work also. I understand. I'm like, it'd be like my whole mind state is like you got to know who you is, because you'll get caught up in the trap, because that's how some people come on, but like you totally forget everything that you want to do for yourself.
That's so true, man. When we come out, like we're kind of forced to like set aside the rules that we live by.
Yeah.
Live whatever you want to call it. Like to go by these rules, and it's just like
whatever your version of you know what I'm saying, of how you plan on living, man. It was just like I can remember walking out that door. Like I said, I had so much support. I ain't even had my father come get me. It was just my mother and my cousin, the one who was doing the book stuff, my cousin Al. And I remember when I walked out, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like my heart was beating so fast. I walked out, I was crying, because it was no feeling, I ain't never experienced no feeling like that in my life. It was an out of body experience. Like I don't got kids. So I remember I asked my homeboy, I was like, man, what was the closest feeling that? He said, when my kid was born. Like, I had never experienced no feeling like that. It was like when them doors open, everybody I was ever mad at, I didn't even care no more.
It felt unreal
It was
the whole time.
the whole
It
thing.
felt. It took about an hour and a half for them to get us through the door that morning. And I just remember sitting there thinking the whole time, from the time that I woke up knowing that I was going home to the time that I walk out the door, like it was just the whole time. It was just like I was waiting for them to say, "Just playing."
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like we're just playing. Go ahead and go back, because, like, yeah, man. I never thought about that moment like this. Like it's like you never will experience.
you would never experience. I have never experienced nothing like that in my life. Like, that's one of them feelings that it can't be repeated.
No.
Like, I'm going to remember that for the rest of my life. Like, for the rest of my life. And it was so crazy because, like I said, I came home and I remember being in the car for the first time. And it was just like, I was sitting there thinking, it was like a movie. Everything was flashing through my head, everything I've been through while I was incarcerated. I had family members who died. I had friends I know I'd never see again alive because they still inside. And it was just like, I got to do right by everybody. I got to show them well, only it was this one song just kept on playing in my head. It was Tupac, Picture Me Rolling. I told y'all when I come home, it's gonna be on. This was in my head the whole time. This was in my head. Like, okay, all right. Like this, like I'm wired totally different. Like, yeah, like
because I'm like, because I was on that same tip, bro. Like everybody, I'm not doing anything different than what I said I wanted to do.
Everything.
And like the looks that I received compared to the, you're doing so great now.
Yeah.
It's just like y'all motherfuckers wasn't saying that shit back when I was still behind the walls.
See, they know you serious because I didn't see you on multiple events, like multiple events. We did photo shoots and all type of stuff. And like I say, when you come up, you got all your stuff. So people, it's a certain different respect they know to give you when you do what you do. And like I say, when I came home, man, it was just the transition to coming home. It was just like I had to relearn everything. Like this, what I want them to do, man. Like MDOC need to do. It's two things that I wish they could do. They could teach finances, and they could teach how to work the internet. Because now everything you do is based on the internet. As far as your email, you have to man. There's things on my phone I'm still learning today, and I've been on for 3 years. So like stuff like this and teaching people how to understand their finances, because everybody I know that come across money when they first come home, they didn't blew it. Everybody, and that's natural because you're doing everything in a short time. You're trying to do what people been doing their whole time in a small window, and that's why sometimes a lot of people get discouraged. I'm like, nah, bro, like just be patient. Like them people been out here.
Especially if you come out or are able to gather around you a group of individuals like was on the second tip. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be all the more easier.
Yeah, it's your, man. I'm talking about your resources, man. Like far as everything, man. I tell people all the time, bees don't hang with flies. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to be around people that's where you trying to go, or y'all moving the same together. And just coming home, man, it was so much, man. Like I ended up losing 5 people when I came home. I lost my father a year when I came home. I lost 2 aunties. I lost my uncle. I lost my cousin. I lost 5 people when I came home. So it was a whole lot going on, bro. It was a whole lot going on. But like I say, man, I couldn't stop going, bro. I couldn't, because I remember them conversations that my father used to have. Like I can remember him going to get me one of them burgers or whatever, and we'd sit down and we just talk as man with each other. I can remember the conversations, me and my mother and my stepmother. Like when my mother would come to visit me, I'll be seeing her, I'll be talking to her, watching her eyes water, want to cry, but she don't want to cry in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Or my stepmama. Like my homeboys, that used to be the worst feeling in the world, man. I'm talking about my homeboys getting ready to leave and I couldn't go.
Yeah.
They used to eat me up every time.
I did, man. Some of the closest brothers I still call brothers today, man. Like there was always that fear that, man, I'm not hear from them again.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see them again.
Yeah.
Like The motherfuckers you woke up with, went out to yard with,
every day,
went to chow hall with,
every day.
every day.
I'm talking about we had to protect each other. We had to know, like, if I'm with you and something go down, like, bro, I tell people the best way to describe being incarcerated, the minds, is people in the military.
I had that conversation with my sister's a Marine.
And it's so crazy because it could be 30 years ago, 30 years later, they gonna always remember them people. Them people that was in World War II, they be 95, 105. They still remember that because they was in a dangerous environment and they knew they had to depend on somebody else.
And they're still here.
And they still here.
And that's the thing, like, that's the thing that I think that enforces that impact is like, we're all still here.
Yeah. Man, I'm talking
There's
about
like so many potential outcomes.
Yeah, bro. I'm talking about just for people, anybody, man, you define the odds, man. You beat the odds. Like every time I'm talking about if you out for a year, you beat the odds. Like, so it just was crazy, man. Like, I remember coming home and I can remember coming home and when I got on the news, like it was crazy, man. Like, she like my sister. Me and her been best friends since we was kids. She had posted me on social media. She said, Monday motivation. My brother wrote 2 books while he was incarcerated. Let me show you how crazy life worked. So I had a speaking engagement this day. I didn't end up going. It was a speaking engagement. Hill Harper was going to be there. Everybody, like it was a big speaking engagement. So it was going to be down at Tech World, down in downtown Detroit, right outside downtown Detroit, right where the train station, next to the train station. So the news, a news reporter ended up seeing my sister post. I ain't gonna never forget that. She contacted me that same morning. She say, I just ran across somebody that posted you. I would love to have an interview with you. I'm like, when? She said, today. Now this is 8:30 in the morning. She said, call me. Her name was Jasmine Barmore. And I mean, I love the way this young lady worked. Like, I called her. She said, it was 8:30. She said, what do you want to have the meeting at? Man, at 12:30, we was doing the interview. I contacted my people at the Wealthy store. Now, it's a big clothing brand in Detroit. I end up getting real cool with them or whatever, and we did the whole news, the news at their establishment. Man, it was great, man. I'm talking about just to see how proud my mama was, just to know like how everything like was different. And then just from there, then podcasts start coming in left and right. Everybody started reaching out.
It's funny how that stuff works, man. I read recently, looked myself up on the Department of Corrections website.
Mhm.
I'm no longer on there.
Yeah.
So it was just it's like every few years, and now that shit don't even come up on their Google.
No, because you know why?
All this other shit,
Yeah,
it's like,
because you done so much more.
man.
It's like it's so far down there, like it's ridiculous, man. And that's the great part about it, bro. Like you could be the creator of your own story now. Like you don't have to let them edit your story.
It's always this. That's the thing, bro. It's always been our choice to tell our own story.
Yes.
But we've been duped into thinking that we're not in control
Yeah.
of our own choices and our own. We know that's not the case.
Yeah.
You want to do it. And then stopping you.
Yes, man, but that comes with a certain mind state, bro. Like it's everybody's mind state is totally different. Like everybody can't handle what we've been through. Everybody can't. So that lets you know you're a different type of person. So then when you get out here, you be like, okay, you start understanding it. Like it'd be different because it'd be hard for me. Like I be seeing people that be out here having breakdowns for small stuff. I'd be like, nah. Yeah. I'd be like, you don't know real stuff when you going to court and you may get 30 years.
Man.
This is real stuff. But I understand everybody ain't the same. So it made me be compassionate, a little bit more compassionate to other people's stuff because we're not the same. Everybody can't handle what the next person can have.
What would you say is your biggest takeaway, your biggest lesson?
My biggest lesson with me, it's about, man, just time wait on nobody. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. Time don't wait on nobody. Like, don't put nothing to the side that you're trying to do because you're not guaranteed. I remember that night I did my crime. I walked out the house. I didn't come back for 13 years. You could have never told me. I would have never walked back in my house.
No, it's facts. Same.
So I want people to realize, like, people be like, man, I got this time to do it. No, you don't. It was people who got on a plane on September 11th and would have never thought another plane would have hit they would have thought the plane would have hit a building. Your time is not what you think it is. Like, that's why you got to attack every moment. You got to live every day fearless. Like, I'm going to do everything I'm supposed to do in this turn.
What message do you have for people and for those of our brothers and sisters still on side?
Don't give up. Don't give up. Every morning you got to wake up like God gave you another chance. I'm talking about that's God letting you know he gave you another chance because he woke you up. A lot of people didn't get that opportunity. Every day you got to have that dog in you. Like, whatever you're trying to do, if you're trying, I'm talking about be the best father, the best mother, whatever you're trying to do, attack it. Attack it every day. I'm talking about relentlessly. Because the people who gonna always survive is the people that's gonna fight for it. Ain't nothing gonna be given to you. Ain't nothing gonna be given to you.
And they're not just gonna let you take it either.
They're not just gonna let you take it either. Come on. We speak in the same type of language, man. And that's it, man. You just gotta want it. Like, you could change your whole family trajectory. You can. But do you want to do it? Do you want to put the work in?
Now that's a different perspective for those out there, man. Like, just what you do doesn't just influence you or impact you, bro. Like, there are those that come at you, especially if you have a family or want to have a family.
Yeah.
This stuff is.
Any just the family, it's just people in general, because people gonna watch the way you move. Like I said, like what you doing right now, you setting the tone for somebody else that's incarcerated to say this could be done. This could be done. Like, don't ever take it. Sometimes we be hard on ourselves, like, man, we could go harder, but but you still going. The greats do be hard.
Definitely our own worst critics.
Yes, you got to be. I'm talking about, bro, I study greats, bro. I study people like the people that was the best at what they did, people said they was hard to deal with. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. From Jordans to Kobe's to Albert Einsteins to whoever that you looked at, people were saying they was hard to deal with. But the reason why they was hard to deal with, because
they saw something
others couldn't. That's just what it is.
You talk about, all you gotta do is, like, it doesn't matter how crazy it is, if you think it, you dream it, like, it can be a reality. Because at the end of the day, every single thing that we have in our world right now came from an imagination.
Yeah, it was a thought. It was everything. So don't nothing be far-fetched to me. Don't nothing be far-fetched. Like, you could tell me something, I'll be like, it's possible to happen. Like, it's possible. And then if somebody tell you otherwise, you don't even want to be around that person.
Yeah, because I'd be like, did you do it? Did you do it? Or, somebody, no, it's just like, whatever, bro.
Yeah, they just want to, they scared to do it. So of course they want to bring what you trying to do down. Like I say, man, I do this, man, for my guys who are incarcerated, man. Like, I want them guys to come home and do great things. Like, man, it's so many of us. It's so many of us. It ain't just me, ain't just you.
Bro,
it's so many.
Like, you're just doing dope things, man.
So,
nonprofit business.
To all type of stuff. We didn't even talk about the nonprofit stuff, like all that stuff. So it's just, man, like I say, man, like I just want to be one of them faces, man. I don't mind being the face. I step up to the plate. I'm just one of many. It's a lot of us, man, but I knew, man, what was placed upon me, man. What was placed upon me. I want to show these people it can be done.